So obviously, COP15, South Africa has committed to reducing its carbon dioxide footprint, and it obviously wants to decommission its old coal power stations over the years and replace them with these nuclear power stations, as well as have them mixed with renewables that are coming online. But they say that the renewables are quite expensive, comparatively speaking. Now, are there other alternatives to nuclear? Can renewables really give you that base load that they're looking for, giving or acknowledging the fact that they're seeing Africa expanding and being able to supply sub-Saharan Africa with electricity?
So if we have to look at the alternatives, yes, without effective storage capacity, which has obviously been the big bugbear of the renewable energy sector globally, but which is advancing and which is becoming more sophisticated by the day and becoming more cost effective. But in the absence of that, there are other alternatives. You know, if we talk about the Royal Inga, the hydro power project that is being spoken about and developed in the DRC and north of our borders, I mean, this is the kind of capacity we're talking about there. 40 gigawatts of installed capacity is actually probably equal to our current installed capacity in South Africa at the moment. So we're talking about large-scale clean energy coming from hydropower. Unfortunately, though, there isn't the commodity that flows with clean, free energy like there is in the fossil fuel commodity market. And one's got to question is, what is the real driver behind taking South Africa into a more carbon-intensive energy reality? Is it what is really best for the country, or is it because there are commodities of fossil fuels that will continue to flow and will be for the benefit of who knows who?
So surely nuclear is better than coal?
So I suppose you've got to look outward to the rest of the world, and the numbers vary, okay, but what we're seeing right now with nuclear is that it's actually becoming a smaller part of our global energy mix. So for the rest of the world, on the back of Fukushima, which is obviously was a horror story, a disaster, and the implications will be felt many years to come, we've got a situation where, yes, it is a low-carbon form of energy, in that it's not burning a fossil fuel, and it will not contribute to this problem, which is global warming and climate change. So, yes, it's better than that. But then we still have a situation of nuclear waste. And even with Koeberg Power Station here in Cape Town, we still haven't found a home for the waste that has been generated from nuclear power station over the last couple of decades. So wanting to go into another significant nuclear procurement without having really solved the problems of our existing nuclear fleet, I think that's quite short-sighted. The other thing is, I suppose, if we're talking about baseload power, you know, something that can be generated 24/7, you know, one of certainly the things that we deal in quite aggressively is this whole issue of biomass power. Okay, and I think what people need to understand is whatever you can get from under the ground in the form of fossil fuels, you can get above the ground in the form of renewable biomass and waste products that are coming out of industry and other processes. So it would be distributed. It would be distributed small-scale power plants up to 5 megawatts. But right now in the UK, biomass energy using technologies such as biogas digestion and anaerobic digestion and gasification now accounts for about 500 megawatts of installed capacity, base load capacity, which is more than one of their nuclear power stations over there. So it's just all about really having the political will, having the awareness, you know, investing the kind of money they're talking about, R1 trillion in research and development into battery and storage power would be, I would say, quite a good thing, because once there's a will and there is R&D happening, believe you me, we will come up with the right solutions within a very short period of time. It all depends where you want to apply your resources.